Welcome to Paylos.
Welcome
I am Luke,
to-
and this is
And I am Bronwyn.
Yes.
And welcome to Campfire Stories.
Campfire Stories Snow Edition. As you can
Snow
tell,
edition.
snow.
We are right here at Mount Bawbaw.
Mount Bawbaw.
Yeah.
Here we are.
You're a very well versed snow person.
Yes.
Can you tell me and all the people on the internet
Yeah.
all the different snow places you've been around the world?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Hotham, Bulla, Mount Bawbaw, Falls Creek, Queenstown in New Zealand. I've been to, what's it called?
You just-
Ones they're like in Queenstown, and they're the main ones. There's Coronet Peak, the Remarkables, and Cardrona. So
And
all
you've been
those
to
three.
Japan?
And I've been to Japan in Hakuba. So all the mountains around there. There's a few different ones. Canada, Sunshine, and Lake Louise.
All right. So,
Oh,
You're-
Switzerland.
and you, wow. So,
Chamonix. Done. That's it. I like the snow.
any more?
No, that's it. I just don't like sweating, so I just follow the cold things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fantastic.
literally. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you would be the most experted snow person I would know.
Yeah.
There was no one that's better travelled around the snow.
Yeah.
And how does our humble Bawbaw
Yeah.
compare in your snow experience?
Yeah. I love it. It's beautiful. It's kind of reminds me of Japan in the way that it's very just like the basics. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
here's the car park, here's the lift tickets, here's the run. Like, it's very just ABC,
Yeah.
mini. Like, the rental shop is so old school. It's all wooden. Like, it's so unbelievably cute. Where, like, same as Japan. Like, Japan, it feels like they built a hut once and they were like, yeah, that'll do. It's still standing. Awesome. And you're at the snow and you're like, whoa, this thing's old. Like, and it's like rickety and it moves a bit in the wind. Mostly because also in Japan, like the earthquakes, so they literally have to build like that. But yeah, and it just felt like it reminded me instantly of that, of just like really humble, beautiful, cute. And it just does the job. Like,
Yeah.
there's no like you're going to Bulla where you walk into the ski rental and you feel like you've got into a Westfield. Because they've just got
Yeah.
so much money.
And so much technology.
So much technology,
Yeah, yeah.
and they've got gondolas, and they've got chairlifts, and they've got all this stuff. Like, just back to the basics: get up the hill, have a fun time. Like, even just today, me and Steven and some of the boys, we went for a bit of a hike. We went up to the top of the hill because the boys wanted to learn to jump, so we just kind of made our own jump and had some fun. And I was literally hopping over rocks and showing them how to do it. Don't worry, they had helmets on, so it was all safe. Just teaching them how to do little ollies and stuff, which was really cool. And it just brought me back to like going to Japan, sending it down the hill, and just like finding little like things on the train that you can just jump off. That's like my favorite thing to do with snowboard. I've had some gnarly crashes. I literally was talking about today how I had one run. I was telling Stephen this story of I had one run in the morning before I had to run down to ski school to sign in all the kids, and that was my job in Japan. I had to sign in the kids. I was kind of managing all that and getting everyone out in their lessons and doing all that. So I had to get down the hill, and it was the biggest power day we've had in weeks. So I was like, I'm waking up, I'm getting first lifts. You run out, you literally like throw your pajamas off, you're hopping down to get to the chairlift. You get up the chairlift, and you've one run before you have to run down for sign in at 8 o'clock. So you're there, you get to the top of the hill at 7:50, and you've got 10 minutes to get down the hill, and I'm flying, and there's literally like 10 of us all in our ski gear screaming like, whoa, like flying. I'm like literally like we're all like 10-year-old kids, like in the powder, like literally like I am on my board. I don't think I'd learned how to stop that day because I was full send. Like I just was following my best mate who's incredible. Anyway, he launches off this little lip, and I'm like, sweet, I'll follow him. But I kind of veer a little bit to the right because I'm like, oh, it looks less steep, so I'm a bit nervous, and I'll go to the safe spot, what I thought was safe. I lift off, a perfect shifty, which is like, a little like that.
Of course, yeah, I know it well.
Like that, yeah, easy done. Land straight on ice. It's the biggest powder ever, and Bron's managed to find on the whole mountain the one sheet of ice because of, I guess, the wind's just blown the snow upwards. Land on it, fully skid out because I'm expecting it to be soft, cushiony powder. Slide out, fly, smash my head on the snow. Like, bang. Was wearing my helmet, was just there staring at the sky like, whoa, like proper, like, am I okay?
Yeah.
Kind of like those moments where you see, like, you just get that, like, bright light and you're like, whoa. Anyway, had a minute, brought myself together, got down the hill just in time. I feel like I'm fine. I feel a bit, like, dizzy and all that, but I'm like, oh, just feeling a bit ill. But I'm like, yeah, I'll just get through sign-in and then I'll chill out and make sure everyone's okay. Everyone comes in, they're coming, all the parents, it's chaos in ski school. Where's my kid go? Where's my... And then you're like, guys, come here. Anyway, it's chaos. And then one of them comes up and she's like, hey, I'm signing in my kid for ski school today. He's going to snowboard. His name's Max, and I've got my class card. And I'm like, yep, no worries. And I stand there and I've got the pen and I'm like, how do I spell Max?
No!
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Like, fully just was like...
So you're like concussed at this point?
Fully concussed. And I literally was just, I kind of sat down. I was like, I'm so sorry, I forgot how to spell Max. And she was like, Max. It's not Maximilian, it's Max. And I was like, yeah, could you just get that for me? I've had a big morning. And she was like, so in disbelief. And I just was like, M-A-X. Yeah, she's like, oh my gosh, where am I sending my kid to ski school?
And she still gave
concerned.
You her kid.
Yep, she gave her kid. He went off to ski school. He had the best day. And I, after that, said, hey, can you please cover me? I'm going to first aid. I just need to go and check that I'm not concussed. And since that day, I will not let any one of my friends or anyone not go without a helmet because it's like huge.
But you had a helmet that day?
I had that day, but if I didn't, like that's how dizzy I was and stressed and all over the place with a helmet.
Wow.
So, like, without it, Bron, you know, maybe might be in the snow world.
I mean, because I'll give out, I've got, like, our advice ready to go. But
yeah.
That could almost be the advice on, like, why to wear a
100%.
helmet.
Yeah. Why wear a helmet? 100%. Yeah. It's just worth it. Like, if it's 2 seconds of your day, you look a bit dorky with a helmet on, but who cares?
No, I'm sorry.
You know?
You look so cool in helmets.
Yeah, sometimes you do. Yeah, depends. Well, depends what helmet. Bike helmets and... Yeah, hit and miss.
Certain ones.
Certain ones.
So anyway. I got advice that I thought you might enjoy, right?
Yeah, I'm ready.
So this is my time in youth work, right?
Yeah.
And the advice that I have for youth work is, like, so people don't like to be helped, but they really love to do the helping.
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely.
So I had this kid that I had to work with to that I had to like get him locked into equine therapy. And for those that don't know, it's kind of like a therapy dog, but with horses.
Big one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Giant
giant
dog with a long
Doesn't
face.
have as much energy, a bit more scared.
Yeah. 100%.
But scarier.
And so they really want to get this kid into therapy.
Yeah.
And he just did not want it. It's like, I don't need a therapist. I'm not crazy. Just did not want it at all. So it was my job to get him to equine therapy.
Yeah.
And I accidentally let it slip. I'm like, because what I was meant to do is I was meant to tell him, hey, do you want to go and hang out with some horses on a Thursday?
Yeah.
That's what I was meant to say.
Yeah.
And I accidentally let it slip and said, do you want to do equine therapy? And he lose like, I don't want to do
therapy.
anything. Therapy, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I don't need therapy. I'm not crazy. And like, so this is my advice, right?
Of course.
Like this is my greatest moment as a youth worker ever.
Really?
Right? And I was like, oh, no, dude. These horses have been traumatized and they need you to go and help them and give them some therapy. And the kid's like, you want me to help the horses? I'm like, yeah, the horses like abused and they need somebody to kind of help them and give them some therapy. He's like, oh yeah, I'll go help some horses.
Done.
And then I got this kid into equine therapy because he thought he was there to help the horses, right?
Yes.
And then like the organization I was working for
100%.
were just like, how'd you get this kid into therapy? And I was like, I just have a way with kids, not knowing that I completely dropped the ball and ruined it, and then recovered it gloriously going, the horses need therapy. He's like, I'll do it.
Of course they do. All horses need therapy. They're scaredy cats.
So that was my advice. And my joke today, given that we're in a little bit of forest,
of course, forest is,
do you know what the scariest part of a forest is?
The trees.
The bamboo.
I'm bamboozled.
All right, guys. So that was our Campfire Stories in the snow, our snow edition.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
I'm Bron.
I'm Luke.
And we'll see you next time.
See you next time. Ah!